Welcome back to Advocation X, all you beautiful thinking people. Happy V-Day to you and yours. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and will continue that in each and every day forward. I have a topic today that I need to discuss with you guys. And this is not all the way positive. This has got some really rotten, stinking information to go with it. But before I get into it, I'd like you to hit that like button. The sooner in the video you hit the like button, the more power you're giving that little click. Do me a favor though, subscribe as well, please. We're in the snail's pace move towards the number of subscriptions we need to become relevant on YouTube. We need your help. Watch, share, and watch again. We need your support. So, the topic we're going to discuss today, Tesla. NHTSA is that little organization in the United States who Biden appointed this lovely little lady to head it up who actually hates Tesla. Why would anybody appoint somebody to an agency to oversee Tesla who hates Tesla? Some hanky-panky maybe? Again, just my opinion. Ain't nobody trying to get sued. I don't have the receipts to say that it absolutely is hanky-panky, but take a look into what's going on there. I'm sure you'll agree, doesn't look right, doesn't smell right, doesn't sit right. So it seems in this last while, since this appointment, that Tesla has been seriously targeted by this organization, NHTSA. They continue to call every little digit that goes on with Tesla a recall. Now, what does a recall mean to you? When you hear your car's got a recall, what does it do to you? You think, oh my gosh, is it unsafe? Like, should I drive my car? What exactly is the recall? And what does it affect? And what should I do? Help, what am I supposed to do? Well, do you think maybe they're calling it a recall just for that purpose? They want you to panic. They want everybody who's potentially going to buy a Tesla to worry about whether or not they should or shouldn't. So let me tell you, almost all of these recalls are actually handled by over-the-air updates. So all it does is Tesla's engineers go in on the keyboard, write a new little tiny little bit of code or stop another bit of code, and they send it out to all the cars and it's fixed. Now, in your opinion, honest opinion, would you call that a recall? Let me know in the comments. Is that a recall, or is that an attempt by NHTSA to slander, defame, and hurt the reputation of a company who's doing nothing but great work for the future? Tell me in the comments. I'd really love to know what you think. Because what I think is irrelevant, but I think there's something shady going on here. Okay, continuing on. Regardless of the unfair treatment that Tesla has been receiving from NHTSA and other organizations like Consumer Reports, if you want to call it a consumer report, basically it sounds to me like somebody getting paid money to slander another company so other companies can prosper, and the advertising money continues to flow because you slandered them. Because the things that they have reported when it comes to Tesla is 1,000% unfounded. They will take and twist any little thing they can to try to make it look sinister. When those guys had put something in the steering wheel to fool the algorithm in the Tesla vehicles to make them think that you were paying attention, you were holding the wheel, Consumer Reports did not only report on that, they showed you how to do it. They didn't even care if you would die. They were showing it step by step how to fool the Tesla into thinking you were holding onto the steering wheel. I'm sorry, in my opinion, that was negligent. And I think, honestly, if any other accident had occurred from that point on, and that person had watched Consumer Reports on that particular thing, I think Consumer Reports should have been charged with manslaughter, or at least criminal negligence causing death. So Consumer Reports, if I were you, be on notice that if you continue those kind of actions and something happens, I hope somebody listening to this video starts a lawsuit against you and puts you guys under the rug. Because you know, after a negligent statement like you guys were making, and that stupid video showing people how to circumvent the system, your insurance will pay out, but then I hope they drop you and no other insurance picks you up, because what you did was crossing a horrible line that could cause death to people. Any driver assistance program that is not properly monitored can result in the death of a driver or passengers in a vehicle. Any one of the driver assistance programs. I won't say which kind of car I have, but mine, I'll narrow it down a little bit, is a plug-in hybrid. And it has cruise control, and it has adaptive cruise. And I've come over hills and had cars stopped on the other side, and the car would have slammed right into the back of them had I not slammed on the brakes. I have changed lanes and had the car accelerate almost right into the back of the next car on the other lane if I was not paying attention and put on the brakes. So don't start this garbage of being biased and going after one company and leaving all the rest alone for all their inadequacies. Tesla is moving in the direction of making driving so much safer for every human being on the road. To hinder their advancement with all of these BS attacks that are coming out of places like Consumer Reports and other places who make mad advertising money from all these other car companies, it's not right. Okay? It's just not right. We need to fix that. What do they say? Let's nip it in the bud. I could think of another way to put that, but I'm not going to. Here's another thing. What have we been hearing since like 2013? Yeah, well, they're a pretty good car, but the competition's coming. Yeah, they're a pretty nice looking car, but I'll tell you, wait till the offerings come out from all these other guys. Yeah, we hear rumors about this company, that company, this company are coming up with these fantastic EVs that are just going to blow Tesla out of the water. The competition is coming. Remember that phrase. Tell me, what does that phrase mean to you? And how long did you think it was going to take for the competition to actually arrive? That's the big question. Tell me in the comments. How long did you expect before the competition would arrive? And the second question, has the competition arrived yet? Tell me in the comments below. Here's a funny thought for you. You've heard of the BBB, the Build Back Better plan by Joe Biden? Oh, hey, don't get me wrong. I am not a Republican. I'm not a right-wing extremist. I'm not a small minority of these whatever. All these stupid politicians. These brilliant politicians with their labels for people. I'm none of those labels. I'm a very, very independent thinker and a very independent voter. If I don't believe in your platform, if I don't believe you're going to push for what you say, you will not get my vote. I don't give a dang what party you belong to. I don't care whose relative you are or whose friend you are, you won't get my vote. That's the way I roll. Plain and simple. I like to be as objective as I possibly can. Now, if you think I'm biased in the direction of Tesla, guilty as charged. Why do I say guilty as charged? Because I've done the research. There's nothing better out there. So, if you want to claim that that's biased, go ahead. But I would say that that's just intelligent decision making. And if you do your DD, your due diligence, and your research, I think you're going to come to the same conclusion. Every time people are reminded by other legacy automakers about the fact that they're working on an electric offering, it sends them scrambling to find out what electric vehicles are like. And what keeps popping up? The virtues of a Tesla. The software. of the Tesla, the safety scores of a Tesla. Tesla does not need the Build Back Better bill. Why? It doesn't need the subsidies. It doesn't get subsidies in the United States now. And who's the leader? Oh yeah, Mary Barra and GM, right? Wrong. The overwhelming leader in the United States of America is Tesla. They produce more than anybody else in the electric offering. And right now, as you're listening to this, Tesla may have overtaken Toyota Camry with the Model Y. The Model 3 is close behind on the heels and moving up that ladder as well. Those two offerings from Tesla may be the two top-selling vehicles, not electric, vehicles in the world very soon. So Tesla doesn't need subsidies. So anybody who tells you, yeah, well, Tesla would be nothing without subsidies, wrong. They don't get subsidies in the United States anymore. Oh, but you know, Tesla would be nothing without their EV credits. Wrong. Tesla gets a number of millions in EV credits. What is Tesla's profit? In the billions. Anybody who tells you that Tesla is only profitable because of their EV credits is not a derogatory word, because I'm not trying to get sued. I'm just trying to give you the details. They're very, very misinformed. And they need to do a little more deep. So, folks, Tesla, it's the one to watch. It's the one to get. Full disclosure. Remember, I'm not your financial advisor or anything, but I'm invested in Tesla, and I've ordered the Cybertruck. And I know some of you are going, what? The Cybertruck? Well, I watched the unveiling, and I was like, what? The Cybertruck? And then I started to see the looks on people's faces when they went in it and went for a ride. I started to see the details about the truck and what it was offering. I started to see the stainless steel exoskeleton and how tough that was going to be, and how I could go behind through the woods and come out with very little indication that I was even in the woods. Folks, that's just one of their offerings coming up. Everything else they've done has been amazing. So, why am I biased? I'm sorry, if you give me a Rolls Royce for Christmas, I'm going to be a little biased there, folks, that my Rolls Royce is probably better than your car, okay? Now, if I'm wrong, and you happen to have the Bugatti Veyron that has the luxury and the look and the speed, and okay, I'll give it up to you. I'll say, maybe there is somebody out there that has a better car than me. And then I'll have to say, well, that's in gas cars. But when we add in electric cars like a Tesla, yeah, my Rolls Royce is not looking so great anymore. Great for comfort, but it almost stops there. Almost. I'll have to tell you from riding in Rolls Royces that the sound quality, amazing in there. Like, if you can hear the road at all, it's very, very difficult unless you roll down the window. Keep your windows up. You are in an absolute cockpit and enjoying your ride. I will not take that away from them. However, I'm gonna have to say, I prefer a Tesla. Okay, not for the extreme comfort, not for the extreme soundproofing, but for everything else that matters in a vehicle and transportation, I'd have to choose the Tesla Model S Plaid. Anyways, okay, let me not get all biased on you here. So, folks, honestly, take a look, do some DD, do more research. There's lots on my channel discussing Tesla all the way along as it's been making its journey into our households. And I can tell you, you'll be very, very impressed with what you find out. Okay? So one thing I want to let you know, because you are one of my beautiful thinking people right now, is that we never give up and we never give in, but we keep an open mind. And if there's ever a better vehicle than the Tesla, I'll be here to let you know. So do me a favor, everybody. Stay safe, please. stay healthy, and beyond all else, stay as happy as humanly possible.